Both here, standing on business with no fear. I mean that. It's the ring champs when the smoke clears.
First time I met Ak Barak was at a Canelo fight in Vegas. Obviously, big fan of the show, big fan of what they do. Obviously, now I have a good relationship with them, so this is more of an easy conversation to have. People can see the person outside of boxing.
What's going on, fight fans? It's your boy Ak.
And I'm Barak, the boxing bully.
And this is another one. It's the ring champs, and we're joined here by unified 154 champion, Puerto Rican phenomenon, Xander Zayas.
So, guys, thank you for having me, man.
Finally,
Why'd you ain't start this in Spanish?
It's the first conversation we've ever had. I mean, we've been around each other over the years and watched you grow.
Yes.
So, first off, congrats on all your success.
Thank you very much.
Before we get into the big fight, June 27th against Jaron Boots Ennis, we want to dig into early life. I know you were born in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
I'm very proud Puerto Rican, as am I. You started your career there, but then you moved to America, right? Have you ever felt, not a divide, but who do you represent in terms of like your country? Do you ever feel like some sort of tug of war with that?
Oh, no, never, never. I know I represent Puerto Rico.
Right.
I'm proud to be Puerto Rican. Everywhere I go, I put it in my chest, and I'm Puerto Rican to the core. I mean, that's who I am. So it's never been like a battle in my head or with anybody.
But like when
I'm
you
Puerto
fought
Rican.
amateur in America, you on the USA boxing
No,
scene,
even
right?
like, but even like if I would have went to the Olympics, I would have probably
Represented Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, yeah.
Good. Right answer.
Yo, that's crazy. So how do you feel about, because I know Tito is a good friend of yours or whatever, he's somebody you look up to, but how do you feel about no matter what you do, you're always gonna be compared to Tito because he's one of the greatest?
Man, in a way, it's amazing, obviously, being mentioned in the same line as Tito Trinidad it's something that, as a 23-year-old, you can only dream of, right? So he's good, but at the same time, it's like, I wanna create my own legacy. I wanna create my own space. I wanna create my own lane. I respect all the guys that came before me, but I'm here to do my job. I'm here to do what I do best. And wherever that puts me on that list, wherever people and the fans wanna put me, I'll respect it. But again, I don't want to be Tito Trinidad. I want to be Xander Zayas.
Who's your favorite Puerto Rican fighter?
Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto was my favorite. I mean, I grew up watching.
When Tito sees this, it's over.
No. Tito's my guy. Tito's my guy, and Miguel Cotto too. But again, I was born in 02. I'm a baby. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never saw like prime Tito Trinidad. I never saw actually a live fight of Tito Trinidad. So, you know. Cotto
you know
was
there's
the guy.
YouTube, right? There's a thing called YouTube.
No, I've seen YouTube, but
No,
like,
in person,
I've
who
never
would
watched.
win between Miguel and Tito? Be honest. At 147.
Man, that's hard, man. You can't put me on that spot.
I'll give you my answer right away. Tito Trinidad.
Man,
that's his heart, though.
Sorry.
Yo,
Stop.
That's his heart.
No,
Miguel Cotto's a very, very good boxer.
I don't know about stopping.
I love Tito
what?
too.
Tito, that's what he did.
I don't know about stopping though. I don't know about stopping. I think Cotto can pull it off.
No
like a
way.
nice split decision.
I've seen Tito outboxed.
Yeah.
And I know Cotto was definitely a better boxer.
Yes.
You just want to
Tito got popped. No, come on, stop it. But Tito got that left hook. But I do think Cotto was a better mover, a better boxer.
No, Cotto just knew everything. He knew how to cut the ring. He knew how to fight lefty, righty. Even though he didn't do it.
He was left-handed though.
He was left-handed. He knew how to counterpunch. I mean,
it'd be a good
he was
fight.
a complete fighter.
A good 9 rounds.
Yeah.
Good 9 rounds. Good 9 rounds. All right, listen. So you got into the sport with a typical story where your mother wanted you to defend yourself against bullied. Were you getting bullied?
I was getting bullied. I mean, I've always, my whole life since I was little, I've always been tiny, like just a smaller guy, right?
Right.
Not till now. Now
Right,
I'm the
you
big
grew
dog.
up.
Now I'm the big dog.
Both dogs.
But before I was little, even 9th grade, I was like 5'3", 110 pounds.
Wow.
So my whole life I've been kind of like on the
Smaller
skinny, small side.
Right.
So all these kids that were bigger than me, they just bullied me.
Right.
What kind of bullying though? Because nowadays bullying is like you just saying something on the internet.
No. I'm talking
bullying
about
back in the days. You get robbed, you get beat up.
No, I'm talking about beat up, like going down and like, oh, we're fighting, and I don't want to fight. No, we're fighting today.
You just covering up like that.
All right, bro. And they were bigger than me, so there's no way. You know, I wasn't. And I'm not talking about just size-wise. I'm talking about age. They were at least 3-4 years older than me, so there's no way I was gonna beat them up
Right.
at that point.
But when you go into a boxing gym, it's you and you start sparring, you get beat up too.
Yeah.
So it has to be discouraging. At what point did it shift?
You know what's crazy? I used to get beat up by a girl too in the boxing gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That happens though.
She would used to put it on me.
Not to me, but that
Yeah, no,
happens,
she used to. I'm like, bro, I get beat up at home and then I come here and I get beat up too. Like, when is it gonna end?
Is that what motivated you?
No, for sure. It got to a point that I was like, I literally woke up one day and I'm like, I'm gonna beat her up today.
Did you beat her up?
I did.
How old were you at
I
the
was like
time?
6, 7.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I was a kid, but I was just, my head was just like,
What
all
does
right,
she
like,
do now?
Stop.
Where is she right now?
I think she still boxes. I don't have no communication with her, but I think she's still fighting.
What's her name?
Carla, I remember her last name. Carla was his first name.
Yeah, he was super young.
Yeah.
But at what point did you say, okay, it clicked? I'm getting better. It feels good in here. This is what I want to do for a
Man,
living.
I feel like I was a natural from the get-go. Like, I catched up on things quickly, where in other sports I played basketball, soccer, I played in many other sports. And in other sports, I really had to put my head into it and make sure that I was paying attention. In boxing, I could look away, still listen, and then when I did it, I was doing it perfectly. So it was kind of like natural for me since day one. Obviously, it was more about losing the fear of getting hit, because I was getting hit at home. But once I overcame that fear, it was easy. Like, I knew I had the talent. I was just gifted.
What's going on? It's Barak the Boxing Bully, and we've teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook because it's the ultimate destination for betting on the big fights coming your way this year. Okay, it looks like David Benavidez is set to take over Cinco de Mayo. It's gonna be his weekend. Possibly. The biggest complaints was he was always a weight bully. Now he's moving up to 200 pounds, fighting a unified champion, Gilberto Ramirez. There's no more weight bully, no more excuses. He's fighting a very, very skillful guy who's very good, multiple championships in 2 weight divisions, but has never really fought the big names. That's one thing David Benavidez has over him, the experience with the big names, fought about 4 champions in a row and beat David Morrell. So this is gonna be a tough fight for both guys. We partner with DraftKings Sportsbook to give you guys an incredible offer. New customers can turn a $5 bet into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. A minimum of -500 odds required. Sign up using our promo code ATSFights. DraftKings has something for every sports fan. So what you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use our promo code ATSFights to level up your fight night experience.
So what kind of kid was Xander? Were you getting beatings at home? Were you bad in school or?
No, I was actually a pretty good student, I'll say.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say A's and B's, but I wasn't getting F's.
B's and C's?
So wait a minute.
A's and C's for sure.
You
A's
just
and
skip
C's.
over B, huh? Just
Yeah.
Either I'm doing really good or I'm just making it.
So I'm passing the class.
Were you the type that you had A, like in gym only? Gym class? Or
Like, and lunch. Gym and lunch was really good.
Listen, I had A's in PE and Spanish.
So wait, why in Puerto Rico are they teaching Spanish?
Because it's like, why in the United States they teach English?
Got me. You got me.
Let's talk about your personal life. You were raised with a stepfather. I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to disrespect him because I know some people call that their father.
So he's my dad. He's my dad. To me, he's the person that raised me. He's the person that made the man that you guys see today. But he's my stepdad. I just hate that word. I don't like calling him that.
I agree with you. That's why I said I don't want to disrespect him.
So definitely that's my dad. Yeah.
How old were you when he entered your life?
I was 11, 10, probably something like that.
Did you have a relationship with your biological dad?
Yes. I knew him. I had a relationship with him. Now I don't, but I did have a relationship with that person.
When did that disconnection happen?
I want to say like right after my pro debut, some issues with the personal family, and then you just separate ourselves.
But growing up, did that affect you at all in life? Like him not being there? I'm talking before your stepdad.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it affected me. I mean, my mom was a warrior. You know what I'm saying? My mom figured it out. She always had an answer for everything. So.
But I'm talking about you personally.
Yeah,
like,
but
did you wonder?
But that's a kid. That's the thing though. As a kid, it never like affected me because I never needed anything. thankfully, Mom always had to figure it out. Mom always had an answer.
But I'm not talking about like financially or paying the bills or putting food on the table. I'm talking about emotionally. Did you feel like there was something missing as far as a father figure? No? Okay.
Nah, mom played both roles pretty well.
respect that.
Mom played both roles too. Obviously, till my dad came into my life, so it was pretty easy. Again, I didn't notice.
Gotcha.
At that time.
Did you click with your stepfather immediately?
No.
What happened? Tell me about that.
So I was coming out of basketball practice, and Mom comes up to me and she's like, "I want to present you somebody." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Right.
I go up. And I'm mean mugging him. and he said, yo, I was super hungry, and he knew I was hungry. I came off of boxing and basketball practice.
Okay.
And like, wanna go eat? I'm like, oh yeah, we cool now. So it was literally 5 minute mean mug, and then
got you with a sandwich.
Yeah.
And that was in Puerto Rico, right?
That was in Puerto Rico, yes.
So he said, "Tiene hambre."
Tiene hambre. Let's go, I'm hungry.
So who brought you to the gym if he wasn't around at the time?
Mom was the one that put me in boxing.
Wow.
I mean, again, I wasn't being a kid at that point. When I was getting bullied, I wasn't in Puerto Rico. You go out, you play. The only time you get to go home is when Mom calls you home. Even when you want to get water, you're thirsty, make sure you stay out, because if you go home, Mom is gonna tell you got to stay in. So I just didn't want to be that type of kid. I didn't want to play, so she needed to figure something out for me to be regular.
So I know we're joking and all of this, but it seems like the bullying was a real issue.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It was
Really?
yeah. At the beginning of my life, like for sure, it was real, like problematic.
Like you had days where you just coming home crying and you
Yeah,
basically hiding from everybody.
Yeah, I didn't want to play. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay home.
Did you not want to go to school even?
No, because it wasn't in school. It was more in the neighborhood. In the school, I was cool.
Okay.
I had cousins that were bigger, and they were always looking out for me. But in the neighborhood, it was just me.
So how long did it go on before you went to your mother or whoever you went to tell her what's going on?
She saw it. One day, she literally went to pick me up from the park, and I was getting beat up. So she like, oh,
what did she do? Did she take off her?
No. She obviously she couldn't hit the other kids because they're not her own. So she couldn't hit them. But obviously she separated them from me, and she took me home, and I'm like, I don't want to go out anymore. This is why I don't want to go out.
Right.
I was like maybe 6, 5 years old. And then she put me in boxing to learn how to defend myself, and from the get-go, I just loved it.
Did
you go back? Did you go back to these bullies?
That's what I was gonna say.
Never.
You ever ran across any of them?
Nah, yeah. We cool. Like I could see them and I could shake their hands.
They cool with you now.
Yeah. Nah, but like even like after, like I feel like they saw the confidence I gained, and they kind of like understood. Okay, let's not mess around with the kid,
But you didn't want any revenge.
I didn't need to. Okay. I feel like that comes with the discipline, though.
So when your stepdad, when your father came into your life, you had already been boxing for a while, right?
Yes.
So you already knew at that point, this is gonna be my career.
No.
It
was
so when
more
did that
like.
happen?
So again, at the beginning of my life, I was so ahead of all the kids. When it came to boxing, I was just so natural.
Right.
I had the talent. I didn't work hard.
Right.
I didn't do anything special. I was just had the
Showing
talent,
up.
right?
Right.
So I remember I could go days without training and then go to a fight the next weekend and just beat people up.
Right.
Wow.
Just because.
Right.
So it's just natural for me, right? So I didn't think that I was gonna be a fighter. Then when I met him, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna be. I mean, I like boxing. I love fighting.
Right.
But let's see where it takes us. And then one day when we moved to the States, I used to travel to Puerto Rico every summer to visit family. And I used to come back, and man, at that point, everybody was talented too. So it was a bit tougher. I was coming back and losing tournaments, losing fights that I was supposed to be winning because I was more talented. And if I just had the work ethic, if I had the work ethic, I would have just, And he set me down. It was literally a conversation like this. He sat me down and he's like, hey, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep wasting money? Because obviously in the amateurs, everything is
pay your own.
My parents had to pay everything. And I have a sister, so, they gotta make sure that she's also taken care of. So they're like, what are we doing? Are we gonna waste money on this and you're gonna take it as a hobby, or are we actually gonna put in the work and make sure that we, we're doing it the right way? And he told me, I'll give you a week to think about it. Take your time. just come back to me. Right there, I told him I don't need a week. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop going to Puerto Rico every summer. I'm gonna be here, put in work. And from that day, man,
Your
number
life
one in the
changed.
nation every weight class that I touched.
Wow.
Who was your rival during that time in the amateurs?
Man, I wouldn't say I had a rival. I remember guys hitting me up like, "Yo, what way you going?" So they could change to a different way. And I'm like, bro, like, you gotta fight the best. Like I never looked at a bracket and back in the amateurs and say, "Oh man, this guy's there. Let's move up or let's move down." But that guy's there. Oh, let's go get him. You know, like my last tournament was my first tournament in the youth division. I was still 16. I was fighting 17, 18-year-olds. I didn't care who was in that bracket. I was running through everybody.
So
and
there
I
was
did.
nobody that beat you back in the days and you was...
Yeah, actually one guy had like a little bit of a rivalry. We fought plenty times. We fought what? Maybe 4 or 5 times, Miguel Santana. We fought maybe 4 or 5 times. So we kind of like split bouts with each other. And it was funny because he was also from Florida. He's also from he's from Kissimmee, so he's a couple hours up from me. But every time we'll go to regionals, so we'll go up there and he'll come down here. We'll just fight each other. And we knew we were gonna fight each other.
Have you ever fought anybody that we would know in the amateurs? Like that's on the scene now, on the professional scene now?
Yeah, so Daniel Blancas, he's with Benavidez team.
Right.
Amari Jones.
Oh, okay.
Omari Jones, I fought too.
How did those fights play out? I'm saying,
It
I
looks
don't
like
know.
a winner's smile. I guess you won those fights.
I beat them both in the same tournament.
Wow, same tournament.
Yeah, same tournament, back to back. So I beat Omari first, and then I beat Amari.
You just said the same name.
No, Omari and Amari.
Sound like the same thing to me.
One is with O, Omari. One is with an A, Amari.
So who was the man back there? Somebody that you watching like, all right, he's killing everybody. I can't wait to get him. But you just never fought him.
I feel like that was me though. Like everybody was like, I gotta fight him. Blue hair, braid guy. Like that's the guy. And I'm like, all right, come for me. Like it was never like I just never looked at a bracket and say, man, this guy is scary, or like, man, this guy's gonna be tough. I'm running through them. I'm running through all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
That's where the confidence comes from.
Yeah, for sure. Like I always tested myself, and that's why like I don't shy away from anything because I know I'm battle tested. I've never taken the easy route. If you ask anybody, the argument with Top Rank, even coming up as a professional, was always me trying to get tougher fights. And they're like, no, it's we got to take the right steps. And I'm like, no, I just want tougher fights. So it's never about me being afraid of anybody. Like if they breathe and they have 2 hands just like me, it's fair game.
So it wasn't you when people complained, because when you were coming up, there was that criticism, like he's not fighting a real threat. Like it was never you in those meetings requesting easier fights.
Never. It was always, I'm telling you, like you could ask anybody. Brad Goodman, for example, he's one of the matchmakers.
Right.
He will always tell you, like, the kid always just wanted to fight more and more and more.
Right.
And even when they gave me more and more and more, I just kept looking better and better and better because that's the way it is though. Like you can't sit here and say I'm the best and you haven't gone through every motion. I've been through every motion. I've never shied away from anybody,
Right.
Call me out, I want it. Let's go get it.
So who was your toughest fight in the pros so far?
Man, in the pros, I wouldn't say tough, but durable. Definitely Abbas was durable. And the guy before, when I first won my world title, he was durable. But tough in the sense that I was like really locked in for that fight. I knew there's no mistake to be making this fight was Roberto Valenzuela. Because he was 21 with 20 knockouts or something like that. So in paper, he could crack, right? Yeah. He could punch. So I'm like, I gotta be locked in. I have to be. And first time he hit me, I'm like, okay, like I can see why he got 20 knockouts, right? So let's stay locked in. Let's stay composed. Yeah. So that was like, I wouldn't say toughest, but in my head, I knew I have to be really locked in on that fight.
Gotcha.
I have to, backing up real quick, why did your family move to the United States from Puerto Rico?
Better opportunities, looking for a better future for me and my sister. I feel like in Puerto Rico, we were good, but we knew, or they knew, we could have been better, and that's why we moved.
So interestingly enough, you know, you got people like Jake Paul and other people with money moving to Puerto Rico to allegedly, you know, it's easier on the in taxes with taxes, right?
It is.
So Puerto Rican people are prideful, right? Like you're Puerto Rican, especially in boxing, they're gonna stand behind you.
Yes.
Do you feel like you ever want to live in Puerto Rico again?
I would love to. I would love to at some point in my career, but not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe when I retire.
Or
maybe
after
when I retire.
retirement?
Yeah, yes.
So you love Florida?
It's not that I love Florida.
You
it's my
created
home.
a life here.
Everything is there. Everything I need is there. The way that everything is structured for me in South Florida, it's easy for me to continue being there. But again, I don't know, maybe in the future I'll find that Vegas is better or Houston is better or even Puerto Rico, but I just don't see myself there yet.
When you started thriving in the amateurs in America, did you ever have anybody on the Puerto Rico amateur team trying to get you back over there?
No, never did. But again, I just never fought in the elite level of the amateurs, right? I only got to the youth division. And right after my first tournament at the youth division, I went pro.
You went pro, right?
Yeah, so.
How did you what made you make that decision and not wait for the Olympics?
Because 2020 wasn't gonna be the year. I mean, I was short in age. And they also, in a way, they had the team that was going already for the Olympics.
Yeah. They had to go. 2024.
They had to go to Trinidad. I didn't want to wait. I mean, I would have been sitting here as a unified world champion today.
Right. Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
And they didn't fight till 21 anyway.
So, yeah.
Amateur,
So you would have been there for a while. So, you know, I saw something today on the Porter Way podcast. I saw Shawn Porter say that he boxed you when you was a kid. So y'all sparred when you was like a teenager.
We did spar. We did spar.
So he made it seem like, you know, you was kind of like easy work for him. How'd that work end up
man,
for you?
Sean is a good guy, man. Sean is a good guy.
He said it in a nice way, but translation, easy work. Come on, you got to tell the truth.
Was that
here
recent?
now. I just saw it today.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, it wasn't recent. It was like maybe 2020, 2019. Right. Man, if he made it, if he said it was easy work.
Let's spar now.
Let's do it again. I mean, when it's easy work and you think it's easy work, you get the guy back, right? You like, hey, let's get some more work. I feel like, you know, he never called me back.
So how do you feel it went?
I feel like it. Again, he had a great. He had a bunch of experience. I mean, you're talking about a former world champion.
Right.
But I feel like out of 10, I was a good 9.5.
Wow.
With him in there. I was a good 9.5.
Was that the first time you fought a champion level fighter and you did well?
No.
In your eyes?
No.
Who was the first time?
I mean, I sparred Robert Eastern, Adrian Broner. First time I did 10 rounds in my career in a sparring session was with Adrian Broner.
All 10 with him?
Yeah, all 10 with him.
Wow, where was this?
That was in South Florida. He did a camp in my gym.
Who was a tougher fight? Well, tougher sparring, Adrian Broner or Shawn Porter?
Robert Eastern.
Really?
Yeah.
You just forgot those two and just said
Robert Eastern.
Why? Because he's tall,
he's tall, he's lanky, the IQ. I mean, he could fight. You know, he will bang in there with me.
Yeah.
He will stand there, he will move.
Right.
That was the toughest sparring out of all the top guys that I spar.
Who was Adrian Broner getting ready for when he did camp in your gym?
I forgot. He fought in the
It could have been
the pandemic.
Manny Pacquiao.
No, it was the pandemic. It was a pandemic
2019,
fight.
so
It was a pandemic fight that he fought in the Hard Rock, I think it was.
Okay.
So that was the fight that he was getting ready for me, or like that I helped him.
What professional fighters inspired you? Like, who did you love to watch when you, I guess, amateur before you became pro?
Miguel Cotto, obviously.
No, I'm talking about like active fighters, though.
Oh, active fighters right now?
Yeah, like throughout your career, who is some of your favorite active fighters?
Yeah, so man, I like Shakur. Shakur's nice. Shakur's nice. I like Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is good. Canelo Alvarez. I mean, talking about one of the best to ever do it.
When that fight happened, who did you think would win?
I thought Canelo was gonna win because of the weight.
Right.
But man, Crawford's a bad man, you know?
Did you think one day, years ago, that you were gonna eventually be on the other end of that ring against Canelo Alvarez?
Man, I dreamed of it.
Okay.
Shit. I dreamed of fighting Manny Pacquiao too. So, you know, it's like you dreamed of it, but being realistically, I didn't think so. I didn't think it was gonna happen.
Who's a dream fight now?
Who's a dream fight now?
Is it this one? Is it Boots Ennis? Is that, I mean,
this is a
obviously
big
this is the
fight.
biggest fight of your
Yeah,
career.
this is a big fight. But a dream fight, I don't know. Like, I feel like Vergil Ortiz is a dream fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because what he means, Puerto Rico, Mexico, the history behind it. Just two competitors wanting to face each other at their best time in their career. I feel like it just makes a big fight.
And you were talking recently about, at one point, there were some conversations about that fight. You wanted it to happen in Puerto Rico, right? And I noticed on that same post in the comments, Vergil Ortiz's manager, Rick, who's cool, we know him, but he was saying that it's insanity. He said there was a real offer. Can you clear that up? Like,
well, it wasn't a real offer in a way because a 50-50 split doesn't guarantee me a number. They were 50-50 splitting a pay-per-view, which again, you've never done a pay-per-view.
Right.
I've never done a pay-per-view.
So
How do you know those numbers are gonna do?
Right.
How do you
So
know?
there was no guarantee
There's
money.
no guarantee money. There was never a guarantee money. And also they said, oh, it's gotta be a met location for both of us. California? Come on now, you're Mexican, dude.
Right.
That's the West Coast. That's where all the Mexican fans are, right? So I was thinking, I'm the champion. Why not Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Oh no, Puerto Rico doesn't sell. I sold my last fight seven figures in gate, just in gate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it sells.
So it does
even
sell.
New York. What about New York?
New York
Puerto
was
Rican
also
Mexicans here.
New York also was an option, but they just didn't give me anything else. They didn't come back with a number. They didn't come back with just 50-50 split of a pay-per-view, but we just didn't have that number.
Okay, I'm glad you kind of cleared that up. So just looking at both of them, the eye test,
Yeah.
Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz, who do you think is better? Who looks
Oh,
better?
Jaron Boots Ennis, I think is better. More athletic, better IQ. Vergil is just a strong guy. Vergil just punch hard. That's about it. And when you saw what happened when a guy that was able to take his power, he looked horrible. I thought he lost. I thought he lost against Boychuk. And he didn't look well against Madrimov.
No, we mean Madrimov, he beat him up.
He beat him up. He beat him up when Madrimov decided he was going to quit.
Yeah.
When Madrimov decided he wasn't going to fight anymore, that's when he started beating
But
him
there's
up.
a reason. He made it. He made him feel that way, though.
Yeah, no, he made it feel that way. But again, you're talking about a Madrimov that came off a loss against Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Right.
There was nothing to win for him, nothing to lose. It was like, all right, whatever.
I mean, Madrimov did make it tricky for Ortiz at first, but then he adjusted and got to him.
but again, he was just more like I didn't want to fight anymore. Just gonna let this guy beat me.
Okay, who would you say has the better resume and has had the tougher fights between Jaron and Vergil?
Man, I don't know. Because if we're talking about names,
just better fighters.
But both of these guys have fought have fought big names that were out of their prime. It's easy to look good against a guy that is out of their prime, but still a big name. For example, Sebastian Fundora, he fought Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was Keith Thurman in 2019. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy to look good. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you who's the better guy based on their resume because they fought pretty similar guys just outside of their prime. So they were supposed to do what they did.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Fundora because what do you think of him as a fighter? You know, I think he came back, beat the way he stopped Tim Tszyu. You know, he kind of switched up his game and showed that he's a much better fighter than people thought. What do you think about him?
No, well, it's impressive that now he's using his jab for the first time. I mean, took him what?
Look how he said that.
20-something fights?
This guy.
I mean, 20-something. It took him 20-something fights to figure it out.
Well, people were complaining about him not using his length and giving up his advantage, of his size, and now he's starting to do it.
But the thing,
you can't get mad at a guy that likes to bang, though.
You can't get mad. You can't get mad at him, but this is boxing. This is not who's the strongest. This is not who has toughest. the biggest balls. It's about who's the smartest. Hit and not get hit. That's the whole science of boxing. That's why Floyd did it for so many years. That's why Andre Ward got out the way he got out.
Right.
He's good. He's enjoying life.
Right.
It's about getting hit. It's about not getting hit, hitting somebody and not getting hit. So
Better late than never, though. He's starting now.
no, for sure. I mean, after getting knocked out,
And he does it well, at least. So were you watching the Keith Thurman-Fedora fight saying, okay, I see what I would have done?
Thurman didn't go for the body at all. He was jumping to try to knock this guy out. You're not gonna knock him out with one punch.
Right.
I don't say lucky punches because I don't feel like lucky punches exist. I feel like you practice them and it was the right moment at the right time and you caught him. And I think Mendoza. when he knocked him out because it was the perfect timing, perfect shot. Right. But if you see the fight, he started working to the body. He started slowing him down a little bit, dropping his hands. Most of these guys, they just want to knock somebody out with one punch, and it's just not possible. It's just the human body will tolerate just one at a time, 1, 2 at a time. But now if you start putting combinations together, boom, 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 you move, they can see you, and now you start touching them to the head, you start dropping the hands. There's a whole game plan behind it.
Let's talk about Super Bowl real quick. Obviously, how did that whole ordeal come about? Like, who called who?
Yeah.
With Bad Bunny. For those that don't know, you were in the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny.
Yeah, so I'm good friends with Bad Bunny and his team. I work really closely with Rimas Sports. They do all my stuff outside the ring. You know, just everything that you can think of.
And that company works with him?
Yes, that's the company that has him. They call my team, they call my dad 2 weeks before the fight. And they said that he wanted to have me. He was gonna have 2 actors actually do the same thing Emiliano and I did.
Okay.
But that he thought about it, and he's like, well, we have Xander signed to Rimas Sports.
Right.
Why not have him here?
The real fight?
Why not get the real fighter? Obviously, I was excited. I'm like, hell yeah. From the get-go. But let me focus on January 31st at the time. Let me focus on the fight. And then we'll figure it out. And they kept in communication with my dad. They made everything work. And I got off the ring the 31st. On the locker room, we're getting tickets to fly out the very next day.
What was that experience like once you got there, interacting with him and his team and the whole show? Like, did you watch them rehearse the show before?
Man, it was insane. Like, when we first got there, we weren't in the stadium. We were somewhere like in a tent. Right. And they had everything there. They had all the dancers. And it was insane just seeing how everybody was so connected and how everybody kind of knew each other. A couple dancers came up to me. They knew who I was. They're like, yo, Xander, congratulations. Obviously, I also had like a black eye.
Female dancers or male dancers?
Both.
You single?
Yeah, I am single.
Okay.
But this dude, man. But I had a black eye, so they kind of like understood, like, oh, he's a fighter. He just fought. Yeah. So,
did they put makeup on that eye?
No, actually, by the time the show came on, I didn't have the black eye anymore. But like when I first got there, like I was pretty beat up from the fight. Right. Not beat up, but I was sore. Yeah. But it was amazing just seeing how everything happened, and I was actually a bit nervous going into it because obviously I don't want to punch this guy. Like this is the best artist in the world, and I'm throwing punches at him. Right. Yeah. I might hit him. And also, like during the practice that we were doing and stuff, they kept stopping us. They kept like, "Yo, we gotta run this back, and we'll run it back. Yeah, we gotta keep running it back." And they'll sit us down, and then they'll have another group run another part. And I'm like, man, I don't know if it's gonna be put together properly by the time. Like, we're talking about a week out. We're talking about Monday.
You were rehearsing for a whole week.
So I did, but everybody else was rehearsing for like a month or so. They were locked in there.
Right.
But just that week, they kept stopping us, and I'm like, man, I don't know if we're gonna have it together because again.
Yeah. But you did. It was a phenomenal show.
Phenomenal show. It was incredible, and I feel like the experience was amazing.
Watching it though after, right? Because you were there live, right? When you watched it, because me watching it, I almost got emotional, right? Yeah. Especially towards the end. What did you feel watching the show?
Man, it wasn't so much because I already knew what to expect watching it. Like, I already knew what was gonna happen.
Right.
But when we were rehearsing and I saw Lady Gaga and I saw Ricky Martin.
Right.
Oh, man. I remember I was having a conversation and they're like, look who's on stage. And I look and it's Lady Gaga and I'm like, man, she's beautiful. Wow. She's just amazing. And then voice. Ricky Martin just...
The song that he sung, like that song, what's the name of the song, Hawaii?
La muerte, lo que le pasó a Hawaii.
Yeah, so basically, Bad Bunny's in that song, for those that know, is talking about what happened in Hawaii with the fires and people coming in, buying up property, and kind of like they're losing the essence of the island.
Yes.
He doesn't want that to happen in Puerto Rico, which during the hurricanes and after, it started to happen, right?
Yes.
And probably still happening to this day. Do you feel emotion when you hear that song?
Of course you do. And then Ricky Martin is singing, and it's like, man, it was incredible. When I first went to meet him, I'm a big fan of him. So I go up to him, I'm like, hey, Ricky, Xander Zayas. He looked at me like, you're Xander Zayas? He knew who I was. I was like, whoa, that's incredible. That's crazy.
That is
I
crazy.
almost cried. I'm like, there's no way you know who I am.
Yeah,
Were you nervous during the performance?
I was nervous, yeah. I was super nervous. I remember, like, Emiliano and I kept doing push-ups. We're like, let's do push-ups. We want to get pumped up. We're doing push-ups, and we're like, yo, the camera's coming. I'm like, oh, be ready. And, like, we kind of knew the cue. We kind of knew when he was going to pass by. But we're like, make sure you don't look. And then you see Emiliano looking at the camera. I'm like, this dude.
We rehearsed this 100 times. What's wrong with you?
I know.
You know, a lot of people are saying that was the best halftime show ever.
Yeah.
Best performance ever. Do you feel that way? And what do you think that performance did for Puerto Rico with
Man,
Bad Bunny?
it was, I feel like it was the best halftime show ever because he didn't just show Puerto Rican culture. He showed Latino culture and American culture in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Not just, that's why when he mentioned like America, he mentions every country in the American continent.
In that whole region.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's easy to just America and think United States, but it's Canada, Mexico, Colombia, Puerto Rico,
South
all
America,
this.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So
He had people, when you watch video footage of other Spanish-speaking countries watching the Super Bowl, he had everybody going crazy because he mentioned all of their countries.
Everybody. He mentioned everybody, and that's what it's all about. He put, the whole culture together, the whole continent together to watch this halftime show, and that's something that not every artist could do.
Definitely the best show ever.
Yeah, not
There's
every
a
artist
viral
could do that.
video of him signing your shorts and writing like a whole paragraph,
Yeah,
a whole book.
yeah.
Because you were standing up there for a minute like,
I know.
don't finish this then, man. What did he write on the
No,
shorts?
he said El Campeón del Pueblo, People's Champ, and then he said Xander Zayas, and he signed it.
You know what I like? The sound of and the idea of on June 27th, Bad Bunny showing up to your fight, man. Like, how do we get that to happen? Come on.
You know he's jumping in.
Hey, Conejo, come on, let's
It's in the
go.
works, or are you trying? You gonna keep it on the low? What's the deal?
We'll keep that on the low.
I mean,
I
is
know it.
that can you say that's a thought?
I mean, I would love to. I would
Right.
love to. I mean, again, there's just certain artists that I always think about when I think about a walkout, and him.
He's one of them.
He's one of them. He's one
Has
of
that
those
done
guys.
anything for your popularity being in the Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah, sometimes some people just recognize me because of that. Yo, you're the Super Bowl guy, right? I'm like, oh yeah.
Did your
Yeah.
followers go up?
My followers
Instagram?
went up a lot, like 100K.
Wow.
Yeah, like 100K. I mean, but throughout the whole week, like fight week and like Super Bowl week, he went up like 100-something K. Yeah.
Has Bad Bunny ever tagged you or posted you?
No, so he didn't.
We gotta get that to happen.
Yeah,
man.
he didn't post me. He posted a story when I first won my first world title. Title. So he had the concert. He had the concert he had in Puerto Rico, right?
Right.
And Tito Trinidad was there that night that I was fighting. He was in the concert. So they had a video, or he posted a video of like them announcing me as the winner. Tito Trinidad in La Casita with him and everybody. So that's the only time he posted me. And again, it was because of him. I didn't tell him. Nobody told him. They recorded the video. He liked the video. He sent it to me, and he posted
That's
it.
dope. Your second favorite fighter, Tito Trinidad.
So did you try and make this fight for Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend rather than June 27th?
No, it was always June 27th. It was always
that
June
was
27th.
never a thought,
No,
like-
it was date-wise. Looking at what I need in camp, it wasn't gonna make sense for Puerto Rican weekend for me.
Yeah.
And they came in with the idea, but we told them let's push it to June 27th. We already had the June 27th date.
When you go back to Puerto Rico, because we're talking about this whole Bad Bunny thing, do you feel the love of the Puerto Rican fans, like how they are like being behind you, even though you don't live there, you still feel the same love?
No, definitely. Like I remember the first time, coming back as a champion, or like going to Puerto Rico as a champion. I get off the airplane and everybody starts clapping. Like the whole airport starts. Like my dad has a video, and I literally just stopped. I'm like, there's no way. Like they're clapping for me. So
Did you cry a little bit?
I didn't cry, but I definitely felt emotional. I'm like, man, this is incredible. I mean, at the time, just a world champion for the first time, seeing the love from the people, it was beautiful.
Well,
And
when
yes.
what has made you cry tears of joy in this sport? Like, at what point did you get emotional or overwhelmed with emotion?
Winning the second belt. When I won the second belt, getting off the ring, I walk out and my mom is there. That was the only that was the only day or the only time I cried right after getting the belt. I cried with her.
It must be tough for your biological father because boxing is so important in Puerto Rico and to Puerto Ricans. And he has a unified champion son that he's not in touch with. So, he wants to brag to his friends, but he's not there.
Yeah.
Do you think about that sometimes?
No, I never.
Nah, well, you
doesn't
got
affect
your
me.
dad.
Yeah, I got Pop.
Has he reached out to you at all?
He did a couple times, but again, it's just something that I don't like to talk about. It's just something that doesn't affect me. I don't need in my life, and
Got you.
I got Pops.
Right.
I hope
I respect
for your
that.
own sake, forgiveness, I hope you're able to give it to him eventually. And you don't have to make it public.
Yeah.
You don't have to make it public because eventually you'll have kids and you'll know what it
for sure.
feels like. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
So earlier you spoke about the back and forth between you and Vergil Ortiz, but you also went back and forth with Devin Haney. Now, I always picture you as the guy who, you don't do much talking. You talking to No. You talk and you talk well.
But I feel like
you called him a diva. Why'd you call him a diva?
his nickname's not Debo or something.
Oh,
Devo.
Oh, I thought it's Diva.
Oh, you lying. You lying.
I thought it was that, man.
No, that's a joke.
I can't get that confused.
Wow.
Diva.
No, he's slick talking right now. So do you, look, his father, Bill Haney, and Devin, and they both friends to the show. He been calling you out. I don't know. I didn't see a footage of Devin calling you out, but maybe he has, right? People are saying that he felt it was an easy world title to get at 154. What's your take on that?
Again, we called him and we said we would love the fight. But at the same time, they always go on social media and they talk to everybody. He was talking, at that time, he was talking to Shakur, Rolly, Ryan, me.
Right.
Like, who do you want to fight?
Right.
We called you. We want the fight. They never gave us a number. They never gave us an offer. They never said anything. It was just conversation. It's like, okay, you won the fight. Come up.
Yeah.
So you don't think they really want the fight?
They didn't want it. It was, they asked him a question. I feel like they asked his dad a question, and that was the easiest or the first thing that came to his head. I don't think he understand what it is to be at 54. I don't think he understand, the
size difference.
The size difference, yeah.
I think it was Keyshawn Davis that said, you pick on Xander or whatever, because I guess Keyshawn feels that maybe you're the easiest target or easier target than him.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Devin Haney as a fighter?
Devin Haney is a good fighter. Inside that ring, he has good IQ, good speed, good boxing skills. But we know what happens every time they touch him, and we know what happens every time he feels uncomfortable. We've seen it. It's not the first time. So
154 would be way too much for him to deal with you.
Man, at 47, he's probably walking around, he's a big guy, so he's probably walking around 165.
Right.
People talk about his chin.
What you walking around at a fight night?
You about 180 right now. You about 180 right now.
Let's keep it about 180 right now. Let's keep it at that.
You bigger than that? Damn.
180.
Cruiserweights in there. All right, let's talk about this fight, man. I do feel Jaron is a very talented fighter. I thought he was a big 147-pounder, so he still have decent size, but you're bigger than him, like in stature. Without giving too much up, what worries you about him? Like, what do you have to be concerned with in the ring?
His speed, and his IQ. I gotta always be 10 steps ahead of him. I can't give him no space. I can give him no chance. If he sees a chance, he's gonna take advantage of it. He's a good fighter. He knows how to read another fighter. We've seen it throughout his career. So he knows how to read fights. He knows how to read a fighter. But he's never been uncomfortable either.
People have been, this is what I've been hearing, right, for some experts off the record, saying that Jaron gets hit, right? We all seen him get hit in fights, but people like to say, well, it's because he's comfortable in there getting hit with those guys. He's a better defensive fighter than that, right? But he does get hit at fights.
And that's what I say, that's for sure.
So people are saying, a lot of people are starting to say, this fight is a lot more interesting than people think. Xander's a big guy at this weight class. When you watch those fights and see him get hit, do you think to yourself, like, wow, there's so much vulnerability there. Like, I know
better not
exactly
get
what to do
hit.
to this.
That's what I think of myself. He better not get hit because, again, he's never been uncomfortable. He's been hit, but he's been okay. Like, I can still, he rolls with those punches.
Right.
You know, every time he gets his flush, you can see it. He gets uncomfortable, but then he gets back to.
Gets back, right.
And these guys, they don't have the IQ. They don't have the technique to keep building on that, right?
Right.
I do, and you guys have seen it. I build on everything. On everything I do is just something added extra to that layer. And there's no fights that you can tell me I haven't seen nothing new from you. There's always something that I get better at. There's something that I improve at. And this fight, I will continue to do that. Again, it's easy to be there and be comfortable with all these guys and be comfortable getting hit. But what when you're not? Well, how is your brain gonna tolerate that? How is your brain gonna react to that? It's not. It'll be too late.
I guess there's no real easy fight at 154 anyway, because you guys are killers. But no one really ever wanted to fight Jaron Ennis. No big names.
Yeah.
You know, and you got 2 belts already. You could have unified and tried to become undisputed, but you're fighting a guy that doesn't have a belt, but a guy that no one really wanted to fight.
Yeah.
True.
How did you make that decision?
Well, it's like I told you earlier. I don't shy away from anything. I want to be the best. I say I'm the best. This is the way you make it happen. They say he's the best. Let's prove it. It's only one way to prove it. We got to get in that ring.
Yeah.
At the end, it's easy to go on social media and talk all the talk. When we get on the phone and we make something happen, we want to make it happen. We want to make sure we make something happen. And all these guys, they always talk and go on social media back and forth. I give you one response and one response only. After that, we're picking up the phone, we're making a phone call. We won this fight.
Ooh.
And that's what happened.
You
So
think the back and forth, like online or in press conferences and stuff, is going to be like it would be with Vergil Ortiz or someone else?
I don't know.
Because it seems like you like that. You like that verbal jousting.
Yeah, I feel
that's what it looks like.
but I feel like every time, if you guys see at every comeback that I make or every statement that I put out, it's facts. I'm not lying. I've never said a lie. I could tell you a joke, but never a lie.
Yeah. I see that your jokes got a little bit of truth in there.
You know?
So do you premeditate some of your some of the things that you say at press conferences? Do you calculate it?
I wouldn't say premeditate, like I wouldn't say that, but I definitely think about some of the comebacks. Like if he says this, I know I can hit him back with this.
You gotta be ready.
But how important is that? Because promoting a fight outside the ring is important, regardless of what people say. And I don't mean not be yourself, right? But we live in a social media era. So if there's a verbal, fight back and forth, a clip can go viral.
For sure.
It can bring awareness to a fight. That's the reality.
For sure. I feel like there's a fine line between talking and having a back and forth and being disrespectful. I feel like I've never been disrespectful, and I never try to be disrespectful. That's not who I am.
Right.
But I will always have a comeback for you and let you know, like, I'm in your head.
Yeah, I ain't a sucker.
Yeah. You're gonna have to beat me here too, because I'm good at it.
Yeah, you definitely surprised me with some of the things you say online. But what do you think about, bro, because before your fight, you got a big fight in May in Vegas. It's Benavidez versus Ramirez.
Yeah.
What do you think about that fight?
Man, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. I mean, Ramirez is a good fighter. I just feel like Benavidez is just a stronger fighter. I think Benavidez is gonna win. And that's my opinion again. I don't know. It depends on how it plays out.
Talk to me real quick about Amanda Serrano and what she is meant to Puerto Rican boxing and to the culture.
Amanda's my big sister. Everywhere I go, I say it. Everywhere I go, I say it loud and proud. She's an example, not just for me, but for every fighter out there. For every Puerto Rican fighter, for a female fighter nowadays. She's the prime example that anything is possible.
Is she the GOAT from female fighting?
I think so. I mean, 7-time world champion, undisputed. I mean, she gotta be. She gotta be up there in that conversation. Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of big names now in the women's boxing world. Clarissa, Katie Taylor, Michaela. I mean, there's a lot of big names, but Amanda has been doing it for so long. She stayed the course the whole way, and now it's paying off. So it's amazing seeing it.
Real quick, because I'm thinking about MVP, right? They're new, they haven't been here, but before you signed the Top Rank, there were other big promoters that wanted to sign you. Who were some of those promoters?
Golden Boy, Matchroom,
All the big
Showtime,
dogs.
all the big dogs. They kind of wanted, like, they had conversations, and they wanted to, but
And you feel like you make the right decision with Top
I
Rank.
feel like I made the right decision. I mean, if you look back at all those stars, all the superstars, all the great names, they all came from, or at least
Top Rank.
good
They all
majority of
started-
them.
At one time.
Yeah, at some
Everybody.
point.
Yeah.
All of the
they
best
touched
fighters
that.
of all time. All right, so if you watch the show, you know we have a segment called Untold Stories.
Yeah.
So this is on the spot. Give us a story that you never told nowhere.
Publicly.
A story that I never told nowhere publicly. Dang, what could be a story? My third fight as a professional. I've been working with Paulina and Vital Team. They're my nutritionists. They work with Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson. Been working for them my whole life, my whole career. And they didn't know I couldn't have red sauce.
Red sauce.
Like red sauce, like on
You're
pasta,
allergic.
like yeah. Not allergic, just get my stomach really upset.
Okay.
And after wins, she gets me pasta, red sauce in it.
What, you didn't see the sauce before?
No, I saw it, but again, it's
hungry?
one of the
It
things.
looked good.
Yeah, it's one of the things that you're like, I know it affects me, but I like it, so I'm gonna have it.
Yeah.
So I had it. Man,
Churra?
worst decision I've ever made. Worst decision I've ever
Bubble
made.
guts?
Come fight night, I had a white trunk, and I kept telling thankfully it was a 4-rounder. And but the thing is, the first
crapped on yourself?
No, I didn't. But the first two
We're gonna
fights.
spin it that way.
Nah, listen, the first 2 fights, I knocked the guys out in the first round.
Right.
Then this guy,
He wants to be tough and
he
go
wants
4
to be
rounds.
tough and go 4 rounds. I'm in the corner, I'm like, yo, Pops, I gotta use the bathroom.
While you was in the
dog.
corner? You told
Yeah,
him?
and he like, bro, you better hold it in. You got one more round. Go
So a
out there
little
and do
bit
it.
didn't leak out?
No. But that was the story nobody ever, like, nobody
Oh,
knew.
wow,
So
that's funny. So as
yeah.
soon as you got to the dressing room,
Oh no!
everybody out.
I remember in the ring. I remember in the ring. Gardy Lopez goes into the ring like, "Yo, let's do an interview real quick." I'm like, "You gotta give me a second. You gotta give me a
had to leave
second."
to go to the
I had to
bathroom.
leave. I had to leave.
One good body shot would have
Yeah,
got you.
one good body shot.
One good body shot.
Easy.
All
But
over.
thankfully, the guy didn't have that much IQ, and he didn't think about the body much.
Oh, man. All right, listen, you talked about Shakur Stevenson before we get out of here. I would say, to me, he's probably the best fighter in the world today, in my opinion, like pound for pound. He's up there. There are a lot of guys. I like Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Keyshawn is creeping up. This fight against Boots, it's a massive fight for boxing, right? Should you win this fight and how you see it in your head, do you feel that you would deserve to be on the top 10 pound for pound?
I feel like after winning June 27th, I could be considered in the pound for pound, and I could also be considered for Fighter of the Year. So I feel like those are the 2 goals after June 27th.
In your head, who would be your next 3 opponents? You could include Boots in this. Who's the next 2 after that should you win that fight? If there's no promoter issues, no network issues, who you want in what order?
Boots. I want to say Josh Kelly, Sebastian Fundora. I want to say those 2 names.
So you want to be undisputed at 154?
I would love to. I mean, if all the stars align, but
Who looks like the toughest fight out of those 3?
Sebastian Fundora, I feel like, because of the length of how tall he is, he's lefty.
Right.
You know, getting sparring for him was gonna be difficult, trying to find somebody that mimics him pretty well. So I feel like that I've always said it. I think like out of all the champions, he's always been like not the toughest, but definitely the more awkward one.
Got you.
But listen, June 27th is
Yes,
going
sir.
down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jaron Boots Ennis, Barclays Center.
Wow.
And that'll be your first time fighting at the Barclays Center.
That'll be my first time. 9th time here in New York, though. It's my city now.
So let's
I
give
love it.
give a percentage of the crowd that's going to be for you.
Oh man, 75%.
See, you laughed because you thought he was going to say like 99 or something, right?
Because he's being modest. He
Nah,
said
but 75, because again, he's from Philly, so Philly's pretty
No,
close.
They're gonna come.
You're right,
Pretty-
they're all gonna come.
See? Philly's
They're
pretty
gonna come.
close.
The last Puerto Ricans in New
yes.
York.
They're gonna come. He's gonna have a crowd, but I feel like Puerto Rico is
I
gonna
mean,
show
Puerto
up.
Ricans are the first ones that came to New York and planted their flag here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for this fight.
Yes, sir.
Well, before the other Hispanics, before Dominicans, Mexicans,
Facts.
do the
No, that's
research.
facts.
We had to fight to have a spot in New York, that's why everybody came after. You know, it's your little history lesson, man. So show some respect to the Puerto Ricans. So I'm excited, and
Good
kudos
luck,
to
bro.
you for taking
Thank
this
you.
big fight.
Thank you,
Looking
brother.
forward to it, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Much respect for
My
taking
God.
this
Xander
fight.
Zayas.